Fucking walking down the street or whatever, fucking stalking 209. Hello, Nick Diaz. Whoa! I hope George St. Pierre kicks your fucking ass this Saturday. The fuck? I said, I hope George St. Pierre kicks your fucking ass this Saturday. I am a soccer mom from your local community. That was fucked up or whatever. What's up, my fans? Welcome to DHS. I'm the party pooper Tommy Toehold. Today, Tough goes under construction, Mark Hunt rallies his way into title contention, the Spider goes after the next big thing, and a conference call changes the course of human history. Plus a viewer comment of the week. Let's do this shit! It worked this time! With Kane v Hulk and JDS taking on the Ream, UFC 160 was shaping up to be some of the best heavyweight fights since Cthulhu and Roy Nelson duked it out for the souls of all humanity and a free pizza party. But everybody forgot that Overeem is still full Rip Van Winkle mode on the floor of the Mandalay Bay Event Center, so a quick replacement fight was needed to squelch our unquenchable thirst for giant people punching each other in the face. Naturally, the Army of Doomstar doing what they do when any fighter from 170 to super heavyweight gets injured in a high-profile fight, rallied for Mark Hunt, which actually made sense this time, considering he has the best active win streak in the division, just gave Stefan Struve an alternate way to eat, and has released the best-selling autobiography, An Unexpected Journey. The rally lasted all of 10 seconds when the boss man stepped in and screamed fuck it, then gave the Super Samoan his biggest challenge since cleaning the toilet after 25-cent ghost chili wing night. With a win against the former champ, Hunt can end up with a #1 contender fight and an endless supply of corn nuts, thrusting him into a rematch to avenge his loss to first form Overeem. I reached out to Mark for an interview again today, but was unable to get a hold of him. His publicist did release a statement, however, and to help us out, I've asked one of the all-time great actors, Denzel Washington, to stop by and give a dramatic reading of Mark Hunt's publicist's statement. Take it away, Denzel. It just says yeah in crayon. Somebody give that man another fucking Oscar. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what happened on The Ultimate Fighter last night, spin around your office chair and scream for the next few minutes. The show kicked off with Adam Sella and Bubba McEightmile discussing how they would totally crush Super Akon Gracie if given a wildcard fight. Then we get our first real glimpse of Dylan Andrews as he and Uriah Hall discuss the curse of being able to kick dicks in no matter where they go. But with great power comes great responsibility, and both fighters decided they owe it to the world to stomp the shit out of people for the rest of their days. Like real-life Spider-Mans that throw spinning shit instead of webs. Smash cut to Zach Cummings, a mild-mannered Team Darkseid member who apparently moonlights as an engineer and NASA scientist John Nash when he's not trying to pummel his opponents into unconsciousness. He's a little worried about having to fight such a nice guy in Andrews, but as Abraham Lincoln once said, sometimes you gotta fucking punch nice people in the face. Next up, we got the classic Tough Coaches Challenge, where each team's namesake competes in a battle of dodgeball or some other hilarious sport. But FX Chris Nolan that shit, with the Coaches Challenge the fans deserved, not the one they needed. Something like that. Bones and the Boss will compete in a series of challenges revolving around driving construction equipment, because nothing can go wrong when you give John Jones the keys to heavy machinery. The challenge was back and forth the entire way, and goddamn did Ariana look good in that construction hat. As in all things he does, the Pride of Westland took the victory right from underneath the champ. His team went apeshit accordingly, that fucking construction hat. Then it was time for the last fight of the first round of the tourney. Zach comes out strong, dominating his opponent and cutting him open, but unfortunately for Team Darkseid, Dylan Andrews turned into another person, a person who was awesome on the ground. After a round and a half of top positions and elbows, JJ took the win and put the series at 2-2. Last order of the day was to pick the wild card, this year in the hands of the coaches. And wouldn't you know it, next week we get to see Kevin Casey test his ground game against Bubblegum Shrimp. Bubba called Gracie out early in the season, clearly not realizing who King Casey rolls with when he's not training. Next week the teams celebrate Thanksgiving just in time for Easter, the most shocking finish in Tough history, and I'm sure Gilbert Smith nudity at some point. Stock up on your Sparklers fight fans, because July 4th weekend means two things: a new Will Smith movie and Anderson Silva punching people for our entertainment. Nothing says red, white, and blue like Anderson Silva, and he'll be celebrating our Declaration of Independence by taking on Chris Holy Shit This Hype is gonna be hard to live up to Weidman. The New York native has had less pro fights than Silva's had title defenses, but with the murder of Mark Munoz and other notable wins over Damian Maia and Jesse Bongfelt, everyone's convinced that Chris will be the one to finally dethrone the middleweight champ and free the rest of us from the Matrix. Supernatural's got All-American Wrestling and youth on his side, while the champion has being Anderson Silva on his side. With a win, the All-American would destroy the GSP Silva-Jones Fedor Fatal 4-Way match that's been rumored for some time now. Anderson, how excited are you to finally have an opponent and be fighting on July 4th weekend again?
Tomers, I are so excited to get a chance to fight Chris Lytle.
Chris Weidman, you're fighting Chris Weidman, Anderson.
Right, excited to fight Chris Wiener.
Anderson, what kind of threat does Chris pose that you haven't seen before in the octagon?
She is young and fat with a wrestle that are matched by nothing on the plan art.
I am not sure how to follow that up.
These are the truth. Chris am worthy the fight for my legal Tracy Ankrum and potato balls.
Okay, half of those weren't even words.
You is not words tampon. You is not words.
I know you don't like to look too far ahead.
fart.
Let's just do this another time when Ed's around. Praise Cheez-Its! The best shit that's ever happened in the history of shit happening took place just last week. Every UFC event has a conference call, and for the most part, they're about as exciting as Machida v. Guida. Media members ask questions, and fighters half-heartedly answer them while playing Call of Duty online. But the conference call for UFC 158 was different, because not only was Nick Diaz answering the questions, he was asking them as well. What started as a media call for all the main eventers quickly turned into a who gives a fuck about those other guys fest, when Nick Diaz went full fucking Roddy Piper on George St. Pierre, calling him out for everything from spewing bullshit to just straight up being out of line, bro. The normally stoic GSP gave us a glimpse of the darkness when Nick questioned his street cred, calling the Pride of Stockton an uneducated fool, and going so far as to say he spoke better English than Nick. It was verbal sparring on par with a few good men, but with the bizarreness of Fear Loathing in Las Vegas. Whatever the fuck you call that conference call, I cannot wait for Saturday night.
Welcome back, Tommy.
Is that you, George?
Yes, the darkness has totally consumed me. I am so dark, I cannot be seen by the human eye.
It's pretty fucking dark.
Yes, Tommy, I've gone way beyond the threshold of fucking bullshit or whatever.
Whoa! Who are you guys?
Superheroes 2-9. What? We fucking seek out bullshit and people not keeping it real or whatever. Get the bullshit over, motherfucker. What? I don't know what you are talking about.
Shut up.
Fucking, first of all, you're not living in darkness. You're in this fucking pampered ass pink room or whatever. Admit it, George. You're getting pampered right now. I may have a foot massage working at this moment. Fucking make this Nick Diaz dude out to be a villain, you know? When he seems like a really fucking cool dude or whatever.
Yeah, and his brother too. What?
Now, George, I'm gonna fucking crown you king bullshit or whatever for acting like you're on Twitter and you've never even seen a fucking tweet, bro. Stop being a boring ass bitch. Let's go, no bullshit, boy. There's another fucking work to be done. Fucking sorry I'm late. It's fucking getting yelled at by some fucking soccer mom or whatever.
Nick, you missed it, man. These two fucking crazy ass masked men interrupted us. Then they left before I could thank them for being on the show.
Fucking, I think they know or whatever. I think they know that you wanted to fucking thank them or whatever. This is ridiculous. So it was fucking ridiculous, George. Fucking plot of Life of Pi or whatever. Fucking tigers and colorful animals and shit. It ends up being a fucking snow globe of an autistic child or whatever. Yes, I think we can both agree that that movie was terrible. Yeah, fuck you, George. Fucking getting out of this room before I start going for takedowns or whatever. Nick, don't miss the press conference tomorrow like you missed today's workout. Jiu-Jitsu. The darkness, Tommy.
Yeah, it doesn't really work now, George.
Okay.
See you on Saturday. Your comment time! Each week I ask you for feedback and constructive thoughts on the show, and in return, get hours of hilariously entertaining hatred in its most unfiltered form, the YouTube comment section. This week's best goes to PK7 Tanner, who said, watching Triple THS like an addiction. You never admit it to a stranger, you're mad at yourself once it's over, and you watch it again and again, hoping it'll feel like the first time. Before you know it, Tanner, you'll be looking for clips of Morbo the Annihilator just to get by. The vicious cycle. That's the show, fight fans! Tune in next Wednesday when I take the Cinnamon Challenge with Ariani and Brittany. Head to TripleTHS.com right now, pick up a shirt with my constipated face on it, then head to the Team Tommy section to send me a picture of you doing something awesome in my shirt. Do something awesome enough, and your goofy ass just might end up on the show for tens of people to see. I'll give you guys an example. If you're the first women's champion in the UFC and the biggest things in smartphones, that would be awesome enough to get on the show. Now go and do likewise. Until then, follow me on Twitter for excessive hashtagging, like me on Facebook for romance novel reviews, check out my YouTube channel for past shows and bonus content, and be sure to visit all my awesome friends who can complete the Kessel Run in under 11 parsecs. Suck on that, Han. Big ass thanks to the wretched hive of scum and villainy that is the Rogan board for supporting the show, and a happiest fucking birthday ever to Brian Heath. Remember Triple THS, I'm Tommy Toehold. Now I'm done.